Should I like try to angle it in a way that Luna is seen? Luna, over here. Fly! Good girl! I used fly instead of jump because of Haikyuu. Fly! Hello, friends! Hello, friends! It's Klauds and Luna, and we are back with another video. Recently, Netflix officially posted the first look photos of the Heartstopper cast, and I am so happy. Like last year, they already like posted the whole like picture of the cast when production was over, when production was starting, but now we have like screen grabs from actual scenes on the show, and I am so excited for the show to come out, okay? And in line with that, I am here to tell you reasons why you should read Heartstopper. First of all, it is just wholesome. It is so wholesome while still tackling important issues, which I will like talk more on about later. But I want to focus first more on like the wholesome romance, and that's mostly between Nick and Charlie. So the first volume, we get boy meets boy. Boys become friends. Boys fall in love. I love them so much. Look at them, aren't they just the cutest? Nick and Charlie are both in high school, and they've never done anything more than make out, which is not a bad thing, okay? And I love, like, when you're so used to seeing shows like The Vampire Diaries, what other show? Pretty Little Liars, you know? And, you know, all the characters in these shows are teenagers. And then lately, I watched, oh my god, it's on Netflix. It's another... One of Us is Lying! One of Us is Lying. I recently watched One of Us is Lying. And right now, Euphoria is a big thing. I have yet to watch Euphoria, but based on the posts I've seen, you can kind of put it up there with like Pretty Little Liars, if you know what I mean. And when you're so used to seeing shows like that, especially with big production companies like Netflix, let's say, and CW, and then, you know, when you see shows in Nickelodeon and Disney with romance and that, it's not the same in terms of storyline, right? Yeah, anyway. But here, why I'm so excited for Nick and Charlie to go on stage. Oh my god, Klaus, your theater's coming out. To show on screen. They're wholesome. They're so it's such a breath of fresh air to just see two boys who just, they just want to be together. Okay? They like each other. They have... It's so cute. When you're so used to like the sexual tension of The Vampire Diaries and Pretty Little Liars, you know, this is just such a breath of fresh air that you just want to keep breathing in and inhaling, and just, oh, it's the cutest thing. And like, I want my own Nick Nelson, like adult version of Nick Nelson, okay? He's just so cute. Anyway, we're gonna move on before I start crying. So we have diverse characters, and I don't just mean diverse in terms of ethnicity and nationality, but I mean in terms of their sexuality. And yes, in terms of ethnicity, there's also a lot of diversity, or at least quite a bit of diversity, but I like that we get characters all through the spectrum. of LGBT. So we have gay representation, we have bisexual representation, we have trans representation, and we have lesbian representation. And there's also, it's not exactly in this particular series, but there is asexual representation, and that is more on Alice Oseman's novel Loveless. So in Loveless, the main character is Tori Springer, who is Charlie's older sister, and that's her story. And we see Tori here as well, and she's mentioned and she shows up quite a bit, but about her story and her sexuality, not much is said in this series at least, but I like to think that there is asexual rep in this series as well, because we do have Tori showing up here every now and then.
Hello, editing Claudes here. I also forgot to point out that Loveless, if I'm not mistaken, Loveless takes place around volume 4 of Heartstopper. So, yeah.
And I don't know much info yet about the spectrum. So there is probably maybe other things that I've missed out on that I haven't mentioned. So if there is, feel free to comment down below and you can kind of educate me, and so that I know what to search upon later. So yeah. Also, we have really good family representation. Like we see both Charlie's family and Nick's family. Nick's family, especially in volume 3, and then Charlie's family. Like Charlie's family shows up a lot throughout the series because they do hang out in each other's houses, but we do get a lot of Charlie's family in volume 4, which I love. And at the start of the story, Charlie is already out, and Nick, rather, is finding himself still in this story. So we also get to see his journey in discovering himself and like his family dynamics, and yeah, you get what I mean? So I like that we see that with them. And also I love Charlie's family. He has, as I mentioned, Tori, who is his older sister, and I forgot his name. I think his name is Oliver, who is his younger brother. Unfortunately, Alice Oseman announced that the younger brother won't be on the show, but at least we have him here in the book. And if you want to see him and see how cute he is, go read the graphic novels. And also, there is mental health representation as well as like a healthy way to cope. Like we see at first that we see the unhealthy way of coping, and then we see this character going through it, trying to do better for himself, and everybody is supporting him, and I absolutely love that we get to see that. So do keep in mind that there are trigger warnings. Probably look up the full list online if there is, but from what I remember, there are mentions of self-harm and eating disorders. So please keep those in mind if you do choose to pick up the series. And lastly, Nick and Charlie. Just read the series for Nick and Charlie. They are just, if you just want a wholesome romance, and just a wholesome romance with two high school boys and their besties. I have never pushed a series so hard on anyone before. The moment the show was announced, I DM'd my friends you have to read Heartstopper soon because the show is officially gonna be coming. When that trailer drops, I apologize in advance for the person I am going to become. So, again, please read Heartstopper for the cutest romances and the cutest characters. Everyone here I love. I love all of the characters in this series except for the bullies and the people who hurt Charlie. I love them. I love them so much. And yeah, I can't wait to see more of these boys soon. So yeah. If you enjoyed me just rambling about Heartstopper, please please like, subscribe, comment down below if you've read it or plan to read it or whatever. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!